In our interface, the next thing for us to do is to code the application. So you go to the form window, and then there are certain variables that you need to define or declare for us to use in our application. Okay, so the first one is when the user click on any of the digits over here, it will show in our display screen or in our screen or on. So private sub digit click, okay, by variable sender as object, ye as event, as handles. Okay, let's start with 1 dot click, comma, btn 2 dot click, comma, btn 3 dot click, comma, btn 4 dot click, comma, btn 5 dot click, comma, btn 6 dot click, comma, btn 7 dot click, okay, comma, btn 8 dot click, comma, btn 9 dot click, then btn 0 dot click. So you have defined our private sub procedure. You can bring this thing down a bit so that you can see all our buttons. Event, click event. So that is our sub procedure. So the next thing you want us to do is to check if the display needs to be what clear. I'm going to check if you have to clear this what screen. So let's see if clear display, okay, then statement will run if the Boolean value within this particular variable is true. So if clear display, then LD LB display equal empty. So let's go and see why this error is there. Go to properties and see how we named the display. It has not been named. So let's name it LBL display like this. And it should solve our problem for us. The test property has been set to empty, and that's good. Let's go back to our form and see it has been solved. So this is a label, so the test property should be equal to what? Empty. Okay. Now we are going to put the clear display to what? False. Okay, that is one side of the problem. So what you do next is to get a value from the display and assign it the display itself. So LBL display dot test. Okay, we're going to get a value from the bottom. Okay, LDL display dot test plus, okay, we are going to convert the string on the bottom. Okay, we're going to get the data on the bottom, the labeled on the bottom, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into a string over here. Okay, then the sender, okay, and the bottom, okay, then the text on the bottom. Okay, so that is it. Now we are done with this sad procedure. So let's run our application and see what happens. So run. All right, so our application is running. Let's press on 1, 5, okay, 2, 1, 4, 7, 8, 9, 0, 6, 3, 2, 1. So this session is working perfectly. Let's close our application and then go back to the code, and then let's move on. So let me move this to the top. Okay. All right, so we're going to deal with various buttons in our application. The first button that I want us to do with is the math operators. So private sub, or to make things easy for you, you can go to the design, then click on this, and then it will have everything defined for us perfectly. Okay, this is just a name of the procedure. You can change it into any name that you want. The application will still work. Upland 1 is equal to convert dot to double, okay, LDL display dot text. So what are you doing here? Okay, so when you click 1, 2, the data that you get on this screen is a string. For us to be able to work with math, we have to convert the string into either integer, double, or float. So this is what we are doing right now. We are converting the string to what? Double. The string that we are getting from the display.text into double variable and storing it in our defined variable upland 1, which is what? Double. Okay. So you go and continue. And then now we initialize the math operator. Because you are dealing with the addition sign, then you put the addition sign within the then we have, you set the clear display to true. Okay, then so let's see what happens. Let's run our application again and try and click on the math, the plus addition sign. So let's say 2, 4 plus. Okay, so if we click on a different number, now the clear display is what? Positive. You see, the previous one is gone, and then you have a new number here. Let's say 4, 5, 6. Let's click on the positive and let's click on 1. See, the previous one is gone, and then you have 1 here because you set the clear display to what? True after initializing the math what? Operator. So let's do the same thing for the other math operation buttons, and this is the minus button. You can easily copy this from here. Okay, copy, then Control V to paste. Then you change this to what? Negative. You do the same thing for the multiplication sign. You paste and you change this to multiplication. Then you do for the division sign. So you go back to our form, then click on the division sign, then you do for the division sign too, and then all right, you go again the percent sign, and do it for the percent sign to then change the sign to percentage. Okay, so we are done with I think all the. Okay, then left with this one, the decimal conversion. Then you do this to as you've been doing for the rest, do for this one too. Then we are done with the math operators. So the next thing I want us to work on is the dot. Okay, the dot here. So double click on it, then go to its procedure, and let's deal with the dot. For us to be able to deal with the dot, you have to use an experience from our previous lesson, string manipulation. So if LBL display dot text, okay, dot index of, okay, then we bring the dot, okay, which is greater than what? 0. Okay, we exit the sub procedure. Okay, so if there is nothing like that, then else, I want else, not else if. There is nothing like that, then LBL display dot test should be equal to LBL display dot test and the dot itself. Okay, and you end the sub procedure, and that is all. So the next thing I want us to work on is the clear button. This one, double click on it. Okay, then once you click on it, then you should put the display to property or test property to what? Empty. Okay, it should be empty. So now let's run our application and see what we have achieved so far. So this is our application. Okay, then we can maximize it. It's a simple calculator of 2, 4, 5, 6, clear, everything is gone. 5, 6, 3, dot 5, 6, clear, everything is gone. 4, 5 times 8, the 45 is gone, then you have the 8. So almost basically everything is working. So let's go back to our code and do the actual action. Okay, and do the actual action. Let's go still within that class. I'm going to deal with this button, the almighty button of our application, the equal sign. Double click on it. Okay, and then we are within the private sub procedure of the equal sign. We are going to define a variable called results that perform our calculation. We store the answer in our results. Then results as double. Okay, and now we are also going to define another variable called the upland 2. We are going to initialize it. Okay, so already defined it in the class. So upland 2, okay, is equal to convert convert to double, convert to double, the string stored in LBL display dot what text. Okay, so this is what we are doing. After, let's run the application so that you understand what I'm trying to mean. So after clicking 1, 2, 3, this is the first operand. Anything before the math operators is the first operand. So the moment you click on plus, then you click another digit, the equal sign, then the calculation will take place based on the math operator at that point. So let's go back to our code. Okay, now you're going to use another conditional statement called the select statement. Okay, so select case. Okay, then the case that we are going to run through is the math what operator. Okay, then case positive. Okay, then results is equal to operand 1 plus operand what plus operand, oh come on, 2, and we are done. Okay, so case negative result is equal to operand 1 minus operand 2. Okay, case multiply results is equal to operand 1 times operand 2. Case divide, then comes another problem at this point. You can't divide 0, okay? Can't divide a number by 0, so you have to check that. So if operand 2 is not equal to 0, okay, then we can add the result, the two variables, operand 1 divided by operand 2. Then end the if, okay, then end the select statement too. So we are done with this. So the percentage section has a problem that we need to deal with. At least it should rather be operand 1 divided by what? Operand 2 multiplied by 100%. 100. So rather test for this not to be equal to what? 0. Okay. And then as for the 1 divided by the operand 1 is okay. For this section, the decimal section is okay. Want to find 1 over x. So then the x is the first digit that you put, or that you click from our buttons over here into our display. So that is quite okay. So then once we are done, let's run our application and see the results at the moment. Okay, so this is okay. All right, the next thing I want us to look at is the error message that we had initially. So what I want us to do is to put the try and catch statement around our select conditional statement. So try let catch section, then let end the try statement. Okay, but our display should be in the try block. So if there was an error in execution of our select block, let's give a notice message box star dot critical, or maybe information should be better. Then error message. Okay, LBL display dot color equal to color dot red is cool. All right, then we have an error message. But before you end our try, let's finally it's also part of a try clause. Okay, create display equal true. So let's run our application and see what happens. All right, so put it to the center here. So there is something I want us to do after here. We are going to put resizable property of our application to false so that it doesn't make our application looks bad. So let's, after testing, you will do that. So what you do next, let's see 8, 6 times 5. Okay, that is good. Divided by 6. Okay, that is good. Minus 4. That is good. Divided by 4, 5, also 4, 5, 6. Divided by, in a percentage form, 8, 5, 2, 53%. Okay, that is good. 5, 6 divided by 8, 0. Okay, that is good. So everything is functioning for that 0.2. That is good. 1, that's 1. 5, that's 0.2. 4, that's 0.25. So this one is also working perfectly. So, and now application is working, but I want us to make an error, to create an error so that our error messages section will be activated. And let's see what happens when there is an error. Let's see what happens when there is an error. So let me close the application. And let's change this one to let's say -1. So that when you bring 0 there, no, if you put 0 there, this one will not execute. If you put it there, it will not execute. So let's leave this one here. And then I want us to do this. Rather put 0 here rather and see what happens. Okay, so I say 5 divided by that is giving us 1. Wow, it is giving us what? 8 divided by 0. Do it that way. This one will give us 0. Seriously? 5 divided by equal to is giving us 1. So, oh, am I in the wrong block? Oh, yeah, I'm in the wrong block. That is why. So let's use this divided by that. You see, it's giving us infinity. Oh, the application is good. I did not anticipate that. So this is nice. So let's put this one back. Plan 1. Okay. So let's leave it that way. I want us to find a way to work on that. Okay, let's see if you can use this here and see if it will work. Let me just run the application. And then I want us to see the error message. I don't know where to get the error because you have prove that if you put the measures into application to prevent such errors, unless maybe probably I lessen some of these things, then you can see the error message and see how it will respond to. So let's see if this one will work. Divided equal to 6, giving us infinity. 4 divided by 0 is going to give us 0. So it's in a way it's not working. 5% equal to, it's also giving us, because it's going to give us 100, and then so this application is giving us 1 over 0 to be 1, and that is strange. So mathematically, okay, according to math, they say you can't divide by 0, so that is it. So let's close the application, and then what can I do to show you what the error message will look like? Okay, so what I want us to do is I want to copy, but the exception has not been raised, but I just want to copy this one, okay, and put it over here in the division column. Okay, let me comment this rather, and let me put this one here, and then I want to change the message to any arbitrary message. Let's say notice of error, just to test our error message. Okay, so let's save the application, and now let's run it. So if you have 5 divided by 6, you see now error, notice of what error. So this is how the application will behave, okay, in case we encounter an error in the process. So those were just to show you how our application will respond to what error messages. Okay, so that is good. So let's close the application, and then let's remove or just undo, 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 and then save application. And this brings us to the end of our mini project, a simple calculator. As you're watching but you're not liking my videos, please like them, subscribe, and comment. And thank you for watching. Thank you. And we come back the next day for another tutorial.